Well, 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 well. What's up, guys? Hold up. Give me a sec. It's still quiet, please. It is still at the quiet, please. Let me just check my sound. See if my sound is correct. See if the sound is out and right and is correct in the channel. Cause you know what I'm saying? Cause there ain't no sound. I ain't gonna hear nothing. You feel me? Do I feel it? Do I hear the sound? Yoo! Oh no, I just touched the thing. Every every, every time I touch the thing, the song gets messed up. Okay, we good, we good, we good, we good, we good, we good. What it be, what it do, players? It's your boy cousin Roy. Welcome to my corner of the world and welcome to another episode of Talking Manchester. Holy crap. Holy crap. Now look man, initially when I thought I was gonna do this show today, I thought we were gonna talk about the Crystal Palace game, the Leeds game, and then maybe squeeze in a little bit of the Carabao Cup final, which we've made it easy. Look, man, there was never a doubt they were not going to make that finals. Okay, the way we are playing, if we actually lost to if we lost to Nottingham Forest, I'm going to convert into a different religion. That's definitely what's going to happen. But there was never a doubt we would lose. It's just how big of the margin and how many goals we were going to let in. We didn't let in any goal. So I thought I was going to be talking about that today. But holy crap, Nuggets! All of a sudden, man, Manchester United the past 2 years has been it's just been one jumble of a mess lah. We cannot go 1 year without any drama. So the latest news is Mason Greenwood has been released. Well, he wasn't actually, to be honest. Some people think were telling me the word release is not right. Well, he was in custody and he was refused bail in October last year, and then later on they allowed him bail. So in a way, Greater Manchester Police have dropped all charges against Mason Greenwood, which means Mason Greenwood is now a free man. I would like to just for the record to catch up here and read out what the statement was. Where is it? Okay, here it goes. Mason Greenwood was has Mason Greenwood no Mason Greenwood released a statement. Okay, hang on. The Greater Manchester Police confirmed in a statement early on Thursday that given the significant media coverage of this case, it's only fair that we share the news that the 21-year-old man who had been arrested and charged in connection with an investigation opened on January 2022, no longer faces criminal proceedings in relation to this. The investigation team has remained in regular contact with the legal team, providing any updates of note, and so understand the rationale or for the discontinuation of proceedings at this stage, and that this decision has not been taken lightly. Despite the media and public's interest in this case, we have decided not to comment on on it in any further detail. I would, however, like to use this opportunity to reiterate Greater Manchester Police's commitment to investigating allegations of violence against women and girls, and supporting those affected regardless of their circumstances, throughout what can be a hard and upsetting time for them. An ever increasing number of officers are receiving specialist training, and the force is more consistently utilizing tools available via the criminal justice system to keep people safe and care for the victims. Greenwood later came out with his statement saying he's very thankful. He thanks his father, mother, thank his family and friends, and said he won't be commenting on this any further. Now, the drama that is surrounding all these drop charges was apparently that one of the key witnesses, or all three charges related to the same woman, were dropped. Was no longer really okay. Apparently, the prosecution said that it was no longer a realistic prospect for them to go and search for a conviction. Meaning, and he has explained the decision to all parties. Which means the girl, Hal Robson, who also claimed this, also has dropped the case. Now, I had to. Again, it was kind of a shocker when this news came up, because you don't expect it to come now, especially when the general transfer window just closed. You were looking for players, and we'll get into that in a little bit. I was wondering, like, how to react to this. Okay, number one, when they say they drop the charges, the one thing I was hoping for is a little bit of something, anything for us to go on, for at least for me to come on the show and there's something I can talk about. But when they drop charges and nothing has come to light, all that's come is that Mason Greenwood, throughout this 1 year where he was on bail, he's actually not supposed to get in touch with Hell, the girlfriend, but he actually had. For the entire year, he had been in contact with her, and even when they went to court in the early dates, the prosecution said he had been in contact. The defense also admitted. His lawyer said yes, We know that he has been in touch with her, and we have told him that he needs to follow by the legal law or whatever. But the thing is, the police never really went against him. The police never really tried to prosecute him or catch him or throw him in jail for breaking those procedures, those laws, those stipulations that were in place. Okay, I'm thinking, okay, they must think this is not really a crazy, crazy case. Like maybe they feel this case is not as severe. And that's dangerous for me to say, I understand, because I've been watching all these other podcasters, which I haven't watched for months. I couldn't give a shit what they have to say. All tiptoeing the line, man. Especially Goldbridge. I haven't watched him in ages, so I'm checking to see what he has. All towing the line. Oh, the moral line. This one I got to toe because I'm a big fella. Man, listen, man. I want some concrete feelings. I want some honest feelings and some honest reactions is what you're going to get from me here right now. Thank God it happened on Thursday, which is Friday night first, and then now I had some time to think about it. Number one, everyone's asking about how that information was got out in the public. I think the girl put it out there. Okay, if he's beating her so that she has sex with him, I'll beat the shit out of him. All right, that ain't right. And he's only 21. Now he's been out of football for 13, 14, 12 months. He's pretty much, I don't know whether for a young person that's a career suicide, whether he can come back to it, but at the same time, it's going to be hard for him to come back to Manchester United. So let's talk one by one. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. Now, I also don't condone any violence towards girls. The girl is very young. And like I said in the previous podcast, and I stand by what I say, this girl is trying to be a social media star. All right. Her Instagram count from like 100 over thousand or 200,000 jumped up to almost 700, almost 800,000 now because of this drama. They will look at it as clout. Okay. She's already started posting the sexy pictures and all that on Instagram. I just want to check this now. So I guess what I'm saying is this is a brainless girl who's trying to, you know, she got a superstar boyfriend and she's hoping to make it in that sense. Whether she's super hot or not, I don't think so. Like, just pretty girl, like, biasa, like, blonde girl with nice hair and all that. They're all gonna look pretty. Um, I think things got a bit too hard for her, overboard, that she went and said, "Look at this fella, he's trying to rape me," and she wanted some help. So, kena lah the fella, and rightfully so. But now that cases have been dropped because witnesses don't want to say whatever shit, and if the prosecution didn't find enough evidence for them to go on, that means I think what happened was maybe he tried to have sex with her, maybe he didn't. Maybe in the end the sex didn't happen, but he did hit her. So they investigate, they check. After some time, the girl had a change of heart because she's thinking, want to go to court. This thing might be prolonged for another 2 years, 3 years, go back and forth in court. This fellow might go to jail. Maybe she's thinking now, okay, it was just one incident. God, girls are forgiving. Anyone who's been in a relationship, long, tough relationship, women can be forgiving, man. But at the same time, maybe she's also thinking this is not good for her. This long, drawn out saga. She cannot earn money. Maybe she cannot do much. I don't know what kind of jobs they do when you're just flashing your titty and showing nice your skin and all that on Instagram, trying to make a buck here and there, trying to make it in the social world. Would having something like this help your career or not? I think no. One thing's for sure is Greenwood's career is fucked. That's 100%. I don't think Manchester will play him this season. 100% no. I don't think Manchester may even play him next season because all of that will be predicated on what Ten Hag has to say. Right now, the most fucked up part about all this is Manchester United have been put on a moral spotlight. We are a shit club with shit owners. When it comes to morality, we are the last club to look at. But now we're being forced into this position where we have to say what is right or wrong. Of course, the club going to say lah. The club came out with a statement saying, "Okay, we've heard this. We know what's happening. We are going to conduct our own internal investigation." Now, you just take a backseat for a second. Let's think about this. Club going to do their own in internal investigation, right? Their own investigation. Now, I'm thinking the police already went at the girl. The police already spoke to the girl. What in the fly can Manchester United do in the personally with their internal investigations? Which means Manchester United's investigation won't be surrounding the criminal element of what happened. Because then you have to interview the boy, interview the girl, deduce the evidence, see which is right, which is wrong. The sound clip is still out there. People started to share it all over again. He said, "No, I don't want to have sex with Jenny." He said, "Get the fuck out." That clip is being played all over. All the haters are playing it again. And all the women rights and all gonna jump on this. English fans saying he shouldn't be playing for England. So you got all this bullshit coming out now. I'm just thinking like, what is, what else can the club say besides like internal investigation is going to be? Them asking Ten Hag, do you think he should stay? Do you want him to go? They are going to check his market value in the market. They're going to predict, ask the experts, how long do you think we can wait before we actually sell this guy to another club? How much can we get and who's interested? Or adversely, we keep him in cold storage for a while, let him build back his fitness, and then see in the next year how he is. Because, guys, he's 21 years old. Okay, they all make mistakes. I am a firm believer in people deserving second and third chances, right? This is why I said how much to forgive Mason Greenwood this time is very difficult because no information came out. So if no information came out, am I to assume then that he's innocent? Because like if he went to the court of law, let the court of law decide. We can have our opinions, but it never went to the court of law. Now it's outside. It's out in public. So now it's up to us lah to decide what's right and wrong. I know I'm coming to it. I haven't said, but I said about the girl. I know the girl is chasing clout. Okay, y'all want to hate me? Let me know in the comments whether you agree or disagree with me, whether it's harsh or not. I think that man, I think that he should be given a chance lah. If he made a mistake, I think this has really screwed him up. From having a super successful career now to not having anything, I think his career is pretty much fucked up. They're doing an internal investigation into whether bringing Greenwood. Yeah, correct. All right. By the way, everybody, cheers. Forgot to cheers, everybody, man. We made it to the finals of the Carabao Keropok Cup. Cheers. So, internal investigation, Manchester United, like 100% not going to play this season. It's going to be whether it's worth, lah. Like you see, So he said it's going to be whether or not he's worth to the club, whether it's worth keeping at the club, whether I might as well toss him out the window and be like, fuck it, no, we already got so many players in the team right now. Personally, I think Mason Greenwood is a fantastic player, man. Yo, you all remember when we were struggling to get goals, right? This MF was the one scoring all the goals for us. Put him in the D box, he'll shoot. He'll take stupid, silly shots and all that, but he'll go under the keeper's hand. Keeper, oh shit, I thought shooting left, he shoot right. He had a good eye, and he had a good eye for goal and a good rapport with Marcus Rashford. So I think it's fantastic. I would like to see Marcus Rashford come back to Manchester United. I'm saying because we are struggling so hard to find players out in the market, and not only that, we're struggling to get the quality players in the market because we got a shit transfer team. I think Benedict Arnold is trash. Like, I think he's one of the guys who goes. Everyone's saying, "Oh, he did great in the market. We got Sabitzer. We'll talk about him later." Bullshit. What's a great person will get what the manager wanted. He's getting all the, like I said in the previous spot, cheap players and players on loan. So you can please fuck off with that thing that they're doing a good job. They're not. So I think like what was I saying this now? Yeah. So I think once they try and figure out whether this fella is like worth coming back to the club, 100% lah, he's worth it. He's a goal scorer, man. Can play on the wing. My only concern is him being out for 12 months. Can he just come back and fit in like a glove? I think he'll need at least a year to get his lungs back. Match fitness, match awareness, being used to the pitch again, the atmosphere, the sounds, playing with these players. He hasn't played. He's probably watched all the matches. I'm sure he did. But I don't think he can fit in immediately like a glove. So, what do you guys want? Do you guys feel like you would like Mason Greenwood to come back to the club and play? Or are you guys thinking that, nah, man, once you go down that route, it's difficult? And the reason I ask this is a lot of the Manchester United fan base at this point will be guys who, have families. Manchester United started being successful, 1990, right? Onwards. So it's 30 years down the road. A lot of those fans, like me included, we were fans from the time we were in school until now, where, we have children. A lot of us would have daughters. And when you see your club guy who you love doing that to your daughter, it's going to affect it, man. And the guys who are now diehard England fans, the diehard England fans are going to be thinking, when you wear the England colors, baby, you got to carry that shit with pride, my friend. You ain't gonna get some convicted, whatever, sexual molester and all that to play in England. However, they won't have a problem with John Terry and all that sleeping with his best friend's wife and all that. That one all fine. You can still captain the club, but maybe this is bad already because this is forcing yourself on a girl. I don't care much. I don't care about England. I'm a Brazil guy true and true, so I care about Brazil. So for England, I think Mason Greenwood can call it curtains, man. I really don't give a shit. But for Manchester United, I feel if we don't have him in the club, if we don't keep him or try our best to keep him in the club, we're in trouble, man. We cannot find attackers. Look, we're paying Sancho $350,000 to do fuck all. Anthony is great. Well, who else is on the wing there who's killing it? If Marcus Rashford goes into bad form again, then who are we going to rely on? Put Bruno on the right or on the left and do makeshift? Cannot. Anthony Langa, everyone is complaining and saying he doesn't have enough matches. This, there, he's not match fit. Ganacho is the one who stopped. Then where's the backup? Now imagine we have Greenwood there sitting down there. We know he can score goals. We know he needs some practice. Put him put him to play with the kids for maybe 6 months. Let him play some FA Cup matches or Carabao Cup matches or whatever reserve matches. Get him back. But then now, would Ten Hag want him or not? Okay, if I'm Eric Ten Hag and I'm sitting down here thinking, right, I need attacking options. I like to play attacking play. This fellow was good before all this drama happened. Now, quality wise, I would say quality is there. That's not no, you don't even need to dispute about quality. Oh, maybe it's not good enough. Maybe it doesn't have bullshit. He's only 21, turning 22, at the most 23. Quality is yet to come. We haven't seen the best of Mason Greenwood yet. So that would be in the back of his mind. Number two, would anybody in the club want him? Does anybody in Manchester United right now want Mason Greenwood to come back and be in the team? His friends would. The English players maybe would. Although some would be split. But I think the guys who just came in, they'd be like, fuck him. Anthony Casemiro, Lisandro, it doesn't affect him because but they'll be like, fuck him, man. We don't give a shit. Screw him. He doesn't need to come in. I am thinking more on the football lines because look, the charges were dropped. So you want to hate on me and say that, oh man, bro, this is no the RAPE, bro. It's a big word, bro. It's a big R, bro. It's a strong R. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, but football wise, this guy is like amazing talent, man. Like I don't want to lose a talent at that young age because you know how everything will be forgiven. All he has to do is play a few good matches. Shut the fuck up. Keep his nose clean. Stay out of trouble. I don't want to hear any more of the shit where he and Foden called those stewardesses in their room and they were banging them. And then the team found out. This immaturity bullshit has to stop. So he needs to be punished. He needs to be put in his place. He's already lost all his sponsors. Nike pulled out. He's gonna be struggle to find a club, right? So maybe bringing him into Manchester United straight away might be a wrong thing because we're saying we are forgiving somebody for doing something that he shouldn't do, even though it's not been proven. You see, now as a man, I'm just throwing him under the bus. 100%, he did it. He did it. Well, we all know in reality, women can be bitches as well. All right, you all know about the latest South African musician, this couple. They were in Chappie, Lizzie, Vernici, whatever, some weird fucking name. They were adopting kids, orphan kids, to stay with them, and they were sexually abusing them. Everyone thought they were the best. Then stories came out that the female singer was unhappy with a guy because she was drunk and high out of her mind at a festival. The security refused to let her in. She went and cried and claimed that the fella sexually molested her in the toilet. See, it's very easy for a woman to just switch it like that and turn everything on the man and say, the man did it, the man did that. It's the man's fault. The man touched me when he didn't do shit. And immediately, without proof, without anything, the moment that kind of news comes out, the man is guilty. Right? Now here we got evidence that he was shouting at her, he was angry at her. So that exacerbated the situation. But what I'm saying is there are so many unanswered questions here, right? That's why we hope things will go into court law. You put matters into the prosecution's hand, into the police hand, but at the end of the day, they drop the case. So my whole reasoning here, my whole excuses here is based on football. And that's why I'm saying bring him back. Bring him back, let him play Manchester United because I say a few good matches and after that things will all be absolutely back to golden. Bring him back, gauge fan sentiment and performer, then decide whether to flog him on the market. Exactly my sentiments, man. I'm thinking I don't want to miss some kind of talent like this. When's the last time we produced anybody good for Manchester United Academy? Like, I've already said it here before. I'll say it again today. Rashford is not elite. That day also, I realized this stupid vibe with 5. I told you what recently I stopped watching all that shit. I just want to check and see why if I did is Marcus Rashford elite. You see, I'm thinking along the same line. So fuck them. Tune in here. Okay, they are bullshit. They're selling NFTs and screw that Joel Beya host. Is Marcus Rashford elite? Absolutely not. Bruno is elite. I think Anthony Martial has a chance to be elite, and Lisandro Martinez is like elitist, like just a straight up killer. Mason Greenwood, guys, for me, is elite. Yeah. I think Mason Greenwood is an elite motherfucker, man. I think like Rooney wasn't from our academy. He was the. You have to go back all the way to the time from Beckham, Gary Neville, Phil Neville. That time, the kids. That was the last time we produced anybody well from the academy, and this boy is a talent. If he goes somewhere else, I don't think you'll have the heart to play because it's a big club, man. You want to go to play next round in a West Ham or a Brighton and all that. You probably won't have a chance to. It won't be as gampa. It won't be as tune. It's Manchester United, baby, and we on the up and up, son. We on the up, on the upper room, baby. We on the up. Where the fuck you want to go? You ain't want to go nowhere, son. You want to stay right here, baby. It's where it is. Cheers, Matthew. Mm. Garnacho, they got a chance to be elite. Okay, okay. On Garnacho, I'm going to reserve my judgment for. I want to see a bit more. I want to see a bit more. But I'll tell you right now, Mason Greenwood for me has always been an elite motherfucker, man. I think Mason Greenwood is just fantastic. So please, we are now being put in a moral ground. I'm glad the club said they'll do the investigation, but for one, that'll be the last statement on Greenwood I think that'll ever be made. Right now, what's most important is what does Ten Hag want? Do you guys think Ten Hag will want him back in the team? Like I said, I think yeah. Why the fuck would I think Ten Hag don't want him back in the team? Make him earn. Look at that. He kept one Bisaka in cold storage. Look at one Bisaka now. We're talking about buying right back, buying right back. Now, some of us are even split. We think, hey, now who's better, bro? I'm so not sure. One Bisaka or Dalo better? You know what I'm saying? I've seen players who were shit under the previous manager suddenly play well under Ten Hag. Case in point, Rashford, number one, main fella. Second one, Shaw. I was going to say Teles, sorry. Luke Shaw. What's going on? Suddenly playing so well. Respect. And one Bisaka, the three. So the three of them, I feel this season are playing so well. Why not give Greenwood comes back, shuts the fuck up, follows the philosophy, keeps his nose clean. That's another attacking threat. Look, man, this transfer market now, we didn't get any striker. We screwed up. Okay? We didn't get any of the number one choices we wanted. We screwed up. Osimhen is going to cause a bomb because Napoli are going to win Serie A. We're screwed. That's why I want all these players because they're on the cheap. All right, Mason Greenwood is still contracted to Manchester United. Previous pod, please go and check it out. We broke down all the salaries of the players and everything. This is where he's at. This is where he wanted players on the cheap. He don't want expensive players. So no need to buy lah in the summer market. I don't give a fuck what happens in the summer market, man. No need to buy. No need to buy. No need to buy. We got no money, right? No need to buy. Save. The Glazers are already assholes. They don't want to sell. You know what I mean? Greenwood's our homeboy. Greenwood our homeboy and should be allowed to be back, but give him the same special training session. You see? Okay, so guys on this channel now seem to be on the path where we want Mason Greenwood to come back. We want Mason Greenwood to be back at the club. We want Mason Greenwood to continue contributing to the club. Man, I don't know whether y'all are taking the easy way out, just agreeing with me, but I think y'all also know, right? It didn't go to court. There are no charges being put. Investigations were done. It's an easy thing for men to go down that route and say, oh, no charges, so that means innocent. I'm saying he's innocent because I didn't see anything. Okay? And girls will be girls, they'll do what they want. Okay? Hate me for it. Let me know down in the comments. If you're not watching this now and watching this later, you think I'm full of shit, you think I'm main chauvinist, you think I'm the Indian Andrew Tate, Tambi Tate, let me know I'm Tambi Tate. Put it in the comments. You Tambi Tate, man, you hating, you're male chauvinist shit. Go ahead. I got my points, man. I got my points to back me up. Okay, so don't come at me with this shit. You better come with some facts. So Mason Greenwood, Manchester United watches this podcast. It's a huge podcast around the world. Take your time with the boy. Let Ten Hag, who right now among everybody I've seen in the club, I trust Ten Hag 100%. He seems like the guy who has good moral. Hang on, let me ask. Kratos. So you see, there's a reason why there's no Sir Alex Ferguson. There's Kratos here today. You see, if Kratos, the god of war, baby, he came to sit down. See, if Kratos were to be Mason Greenwood's father, he would have given me 2 tight slaps long time ago. Boy, come here, boy. Let me give you 2 tight slaps. He would have disciplined him long time ago. But Kratos was also about second chances. So discipline the motherfucker, whatever, let him go. But I think we really, really need our best striking options, our best striking players back in Manchester United. Best way to do improve himself, just fucking play football, give himself the club day. Exactly. Enough. If you're horny, go to the toilet, rub one out, go and watch some porn, just rub one out and stop with this fucking bullshit. Girls are still going to throw themselves at him, but I think now he's going to be a little bit more smarter. And if we ever we hear one peep squeak, one fart, one, like, the fellas farts at the end of the hall, but you smell it here, just one whiff, and he's out of the club. I think just throw his ass out of the club. I don't want to hear jack shit from him. I don't want to hear anything, because it's very sad that no information came out from this case, and this is how I'm going to hold it. So, Mason Greenwood, ladies and gentlemen, on that, this is how Mason Greenwood ends it. I hope he comes back to the club, and Manchester United now on a moral spotlight. I'm waiting for Ten Hag to see what Ten Hag says, but I think he's going to say, I don't know him. I've never seen him play. He just came back. I think this season he won't be here. We'll decide next season. I think that's what he's going to say. I don't know what else he's going to say. So now the next question you need to ask yourself is Greenwood a wanker or a tosser? Let me know in the comments below. We've already decided last week whether the Glazers are wankers or tossers. You want to know, you can please go and check that out. This week, let's find out whether Greenwood is a wanker or tosser. Now, let's go to the transfer market. I think transfer market for us, this January transfer market was shit. I would give it a two out of five. However, I'm seeing the guys who have been doing this punditry for a while saying, "Oh, it's really good, man. Wow, it's really good. Oh my God, wow." I'm trying to do my Owen Wilson. Wow, so amazing. I'm not your bruh. Okay, never mind. So, they're saying it's a good transfer because we didn't get A, so we got B. Christian Eriksen's last minute injury was this one, so we suddenly got a quick guy. Everyone's saying he's passing or whatever is about top 5 or whatever, 80, 90 rating. Now, look, man, the numbers will always assure you. But I want to say again a line I like the most. Numbers and stats is like a lamppost to a blind man. It helps keep you upright, but it doesn't enlighten anything, nor alleviate you of any of your problems. You feel me? Let me see them lighters. It's been a while. What? Cheers, hold up. So you see, they're saying stats wise, Sabitzer is the best. He's got the numbers. He's here, he's there, he's pushing this, pushing that. His passing rate is about 88%. Guys, Kobe Maino's passing rate that day was 100%. Okay? That's stats. Kobe Maino's passing rate in the 2 games he's played as a substitute is about 90%. Does that mean he's fucking Maradona? Does that mean he's Messi? So the fact is the guy hasn't been playing much in Bundesliga, which means he's not the number one guy. They said he's young, he's 28 or whatever the fuck. So here's the thing. Some will be happy because we say we are moving away from getting top players. We're getting, second string players that fit Ten Hag's mold. Oh, that's a great buy. He got it last minute. He's a player who fits the mold of Ten Hag. How the fuck do you know this guy fits the mold of Ten Hag? I mean, how the fuck do you know you're Ten Hag's friend? None of us watched any of the Ajax matches diligently before his name started being bandied about. And then we started getting all the Ajax players. Now Ajax playing like shit. Yeah, like all the good players are here. Like suddenly you take 6 players from a club, not all us, other players who bought Ajax players. This, of course, like, it's going to highlight.com. But how the fuck are we going to say this guy is built in he's the Ten Hag guy, he's the guy who, again, of Duke of York, he had 10,000 men, everybody's just, in the bandwagon just going around. I'm going to say this, I don't know shit about little Marcel. Marcel sounds like a French name, but this guy from Austria. Compared to previous last few seasons, this season is good. Instead of simply buying, you go in temporary loan. This is what I don't want, lah. The temporary loan is the one where I was disappointed and where I blasted Benedict Arnold and all that last in last week's show. Because are we just supposed to be happy when we get somebody with good stats numbers coming in to fill in the blank? Like we were looking for a striker, we got Wout Weggy, and then this Eric. I mean, seriously, fuck Andy Carroll, lah. I mean, seriously, that was some bullshit. I'm saying I think he purposely went out to do it. Yeah, I'm putting it out there. Fuck him, useless orgy motherfucker. Look, man, Andy Carroll's career just went down the freaking toilet, isn't it? To such a promising fella, there, Andy Carroll is like the young Mason Greenwood, Andy Carroll was such a promising career. Then remember all the stories. Finished in had orgies here. Rumored for five girls in there. He's fucking 5 girls, impregnating this one cases. He went out with his wife now is some social media whatever. She's got the big titties and heavy makeup. Like, oh my god, I'm like, this boy just fell into that whole trap, that whole pastry trap, with the girls with the shit in the bikini. He was such a fuck up. Huh? Newcastle was doing well and he could shoot the ball. He was strong, good in the air, good movement. Went to Liverpool, fucked up, and then went into obscurity. He just wanted his 5 seconds of fame, lah. So fuck him. That was a terrible tackle. Christian Eriksen is out for the season. Then they say, I honestly was thinking at that point that, oh, okay, we'll see more of Fred, we'll see more of Iqbal, Zidane Iqbal, we'll see more of whomever else. And I thought we would play Bruno a bit more behind on certain matches and put someone else as an attacker in that middle role. Easy. Easy, man. So instead of always going to Bruno, now put somebody else there. Boleh, you think Bruno cannot pass the ball from the back? Bruno can pass the ball from anywhere. That guy, elite of elite, man, world class, my favorite. Like it's a straight captain quality. So what I was looking forward to that. Now they bought Marcel Sabitzer and immediately I was say, oh, we managed to get someone in on the last day. We did very well. Some clowns were writing articles, isn't it, saying praising Richard Arnold. What do you all think? Y'all think okay that we lost Ericsson, that when we got guys like Sabitzer in, like suddenly this is a good move, that the club did a good move? Sorry. Oh yeah, sorry, I already read this. He's rebuilding lots of chances, loans, stocking more players without future commitment. Okay, so we keep stocking on loan players, we keep getting short term and then next term. So again lah, in and out, 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 so like that. So what if during the summer we don't get the players we want? That's going to be in and out again. Weghorst is only here on loan, which means we need to get one striker, proven striker, so Weghorst can go out. So now this thing is where I'm not very happy, lah. I'm not happy, and I'm going to reserve my judgment on Marcel Sabitzer until I actually see him play, because now I cannot judge anything. I swear, I never even heard his name before this. You know what I'm saying? So if he's coming in to play a certain role, okay, good. But you cannot expect somebody to come in and immediately have chemistry with all the players. The only person I've seen that do that in the past few years where he came to Manchester United and he had an immediate impact. I'm talking from Mourinho's time until now. The only person is Bruno Fernandes, nobody else. Every other person that's come before this, like Depay, like whoever the fuck else, who else I'm naming, Morgan Schneiderlin, Fellaini, um, whoever the fuck else lah. I know Martial. Maybe you can make a case for him, but he can't even. He's like Anthony Davis in the NBA. He's broken all the time. Nobody can make that impact. Okay, maybe you want to put an argument of Christian Eriksen lah. Okay, Christian Eriksen maybe even Casemiro all didn't have an immediate impact. So very hard for him to come in here and have an immediate impact. When we're playing Crystal Palace tomorrow, then Leeds back to back, then whoever the fuck else I forgot, and then we got a finals at the end of the month. This is quite some trying times lah. Are you guys really upset that we lost Christian Eriksen? I know many were like really on the Christian Eriksen bandwagon, while the rest of us were. I wasn't. I said Christian Eriksen is not the answer to us. If I were to think today, where we're at the halfway point of the season, the player that's made the most difference, I would put Casemiro. Who's yours? I want to put Casemiro there. I don't know whether Eriksen is the creative, this one, all that, but I think if you put Bruno there, Bruno could do the same thing as well. Eriksen hasn't scored any free kick goals also, so it's not really up there for me, lah. I want some of the free kick goals will tip things over the scale for me. I say, okay, the guys, if loan player do well, I want to sign them. These loan players are fringe, sure. Now, I wanted to get this. I forgot to put it up there, but I put it down here. Now, next thing we need to talk about. Ooh-wee! Ooh-wee! Yo, the Cowboys, man, the Cowboys are, man, howdy, partner. Yeah, cheers, partner. Yeah, the Cowboys think this is the Wild West, man. Bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? They're coming up guns blazing. Hey, look, I don't know. Maybe when I see these numbers, I see these figures, I get a bit excited. Seeing clubs spending huge amounts of money everywhere. And I'm thinking, damn, this is nice. This is really, really nice. But the London Cowboys, guys, have spent, let me see, in total, Premier League clubs have spent 780 million on 52 permanent signings in this window. That is more than League One, League La Liga, and Serie A and Bundesliga all put together. And it's more than double last winter's outlay. More than double. It means last winter we spent less than 350. Now this is like 780 million pounds being spent in January. Clubs recoup 105 million pounds in player sales, giving the Premier League a net spend of 675 million in January. Holy shit. Chelsea just broke the British transfer record by signing Argentinian midfielder Enzo Fernandez for Benfica for $106.8 million, guys. Kevin, where my boy Kevin, man? Shout out to Kevin. I got to bring Kevin here because I'm wondering, man, what the flying fuck is going on here? You know when Claudio Ranieri pura, when Roman came into Chelsea, he waited until the summer before he not with January window, summer window before he bought all those players, right? And then Mourinho just wove his magic and managed to make everything work. Fucking Chelsea is spending 300 over million in just these windows. Fucking ridiculous, man. I was talking to Homeboy today, and Homeboy said, yeah, a lot of the players are old, a lot of them need to go, but they're all lost. Chelsea fans are not even sure what the fuck to think now, because they're like, yo, you're just buying and buying and buying. It's nice to buy, but they all want Graham Potter out. Everybody wants Graham Potter out, and they want to see him out. Let wait till Sheriff Financial Fair Play. Oh, the Sheriff of the Financial Flash Fair. Where, bro, this fucking FIFA is so corrupt, man. Have they even checked PSG? Yeah? They never checked PSG. They just banned them one window. Manchester City also fucked up. They banned them one transfer window. Such bullshit. Enzo Fernandez, 107 million pounds. Yo, who the fuck is this guy? La? Enzo Fernandez suddenly came in like, what the fucking savior? Is he going to get like Chelsea win the title? Is it, what the fuck is going on? And like, they wrapped up the 22-year-old before the window slammed shut in negotiations. Second most expensive player, already spoke about it last week, is the 88 million, but that one is an 8 million, 8 million, 8-year contract, so it's 11 million. Still a lot because the boy is young. The boy is 22 or 21 years old. Chelsea got 8 new faces. Mudrik, they spent 35 million on Benoit Badiashile, 29 million pounds on English forward Noni Madueke from PSV. They paid 26 million to Lyon to secure 19-year-old fullback Malo Gusto. Spoke about it last week also. And 18-year-old, 18 million pounds for Andre Santos from Vasco da Gama and 8 million for David Datro for Fana from Molde. Todd Bowley has sanctioned a 6-month loan deal for Jao Felix. Oh, Jao Felix, yeah, the loan. I forgot. When I fucked up first game, got a red card, 10 million. This is a lot. I think it's even like way too much. They're way spending way above their means, but of course they won't be reprimanded. Okay, are they a threat to us right now? I don't think so because Chelsea seem like they're in heavy disarray. I don't think they even know what their identity is and where they're supposed to go with it. So it doesn't seem like it doesn't bother me lah. They're buying all these players. The one that bothered me was the us missing out on Frankie De Jong, not getting a striker. These are things that now Darwin Nunez, even the Luis Diaz also we're supposed to get him, but I guess now he's regretting. Kind of ironic, huh? All these guys we wanted to go for before we never got. Now all of them are regretting. Diaz in Liverpool. Liverpool in 10th place, man. They're sucking in. They're fucking terrible. The clown motherfucker Darwin also, his agent tried to make a bidding war, right? Fuck you, lah. Go to Liverpool. Go screw yourself there. Fuck you. We're going to be in Champions League, motherfucker. Next week you can suck it in the normal league. So there's a lot of things going on. I just wanted to talk. I wanted to react to it. And I think this Chelsea thing is going crazy, man. I think most worst come to worst when the FFP comes, they're just going to ban them for 1 or 2 windows and then it'll be all hunky dory. Everybody's back to normal. Ridiculous, right? So yeah, what else? It's been breaking in the news. So I think the Mason Greenwood one was the most important thing. I think the preview of us playing Newcastle United in the final, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that later. But look, man, Newcastle have the best defensive record in the Premier League. They only let in 11 goals all season. They're absolutely on fire. I think it's not going to be a walk in the park because finals, everyone's going to go all out. If Ten Hag has everybody fit, he's going to play his first team, but I think there might be a bit of jitters. If we can overcome the jitters, then I think we could win the game, but not easy. Not easy. If Newcastle defense playing that well, right, we need something special to score, but they can score too. Our defense is not that strong. If we are to expect for us to win the game easily, we were going to have to rely on some of the Newcastle players getting injured, mainly their main players, which I doubt will happen. I think they got a longer break than us before that finals matches because we are in a lot of the competition. So I think going into the Carabao in the Carabao Cup finals, Newcastle will be in a better position than us. They will be more fit than us, and I think they'll most likely have their full team compared to us. So not going to be a walk in the park for us to me, but maybe I'll preview that later lah. This Mason Greenwood thingy really threw me for a goddamn loop this week. So I think that's about it, man. I think I've covered everything. Transfer window closed again. I say it's a poor transfer window. Marcel Sabitzer is playing tomorrow. Apparently, it's going to be in the first team, so I'll wait and see how that goes. I think as far as the Mason Greenwood saga goes now, it's just how Manchester United react. Like, it's really sad that if there'll be women's groups and all that who say certain things that should be done in a certain way, and they'll be unhappy the case was dropped. But then you got to ask the authorities why. If prosecution feels they don't have enough to go on, they usually will drop the case. You've seen this happen before. So, there's a case, and then they check, they say, okay, this is bullshit. Case in point, today, Nick Kyrgios was also acquitted. Nick Kyrgios' girlfriend during Wimbledon last year, the day before he played his finals, put a court case on him, said that he assaulted her 10 months before that. If you're talking about timing, where the girl wanted to really hit below the belt, that was the moment. Lah. Now, today in court, he was released because the judge said it was not that egregious a problem and it was not that egregious an issue. And this is what happened. When he shoved her to the ground, they were both leaving a club. He wanted to get into the taxi and leave. This ex stood in his way, refused to let him leave. So they were going back and he said, go, go. Finally, he just pushed her and she fell. And then he was like, are you serious? Okay. After that, got up, whatever. And then I think they left or he left or he let her go and then he went on his own way. For that, she called a court case. She put a court case against him. So the judge read it and said, like, okay, you were trying to leave. She didn't let you leave. So there's a small allegation. She dropped it. She said, no, egregious. Everything is over. So you see what I'm saying? I'm just trying to I don't want us to just look at it from one way. Whatever. Always there are two sides to a coin and you need two hands to clap. On that note, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Remember, man, you're going to get this very raw feedback from me here. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Follow me, man. Let's see when I go next. Might be after the game, might be next Friday. Until then, peace out, guys. Boom. Ciao.